One thing I want to talk to Jack about is, I'm going to start off, he has been in movies with Tyler Perry before. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
I did a movie called Medea Goes to Jail, in which I played the perv. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
We're just glad you got it.
Yeah, we're glad. I was glad to be there.
Yeah.
I got to, I had a scene with Keisha Knight Pulliam, who was Little Rudy on the Cosby Show.
Oh, yeah.
She was Little Rudy Huxtable. Not little anymore. And yeah, and so that was my big scene in the movie.
Well, tell us a little bit about Tyler. Did you get to meet him?
I did. I met him originally. I did a movie called The Great Debaters, and he directed that movie. Sorry, Denzel Washington directed that movie. And at the premiere of that movie, I met Tyler Perry. He was there, and I just went up to him. I knew who he was, so I walked up to him and introduced myself and told him I was from Atlanta and told him what part I had in that film. And so I never saw him again after that until I was cast in his film, which I got from The Great Debaters, from having done The Great Debaters. And so I showed up for work that day, and I really thought, after having, met him on, in LA at the big premiere, that we would be buds, we'd be, he would be my friend. But he never really, I don't even think he knew who I was.
Really?
All he said to me was exactly what he needed to say to get that job done and get me out the door, and then I was,
Well,
done, so.
Maybe that's why he can produce so much, because,
he's a very busy
even
guy.
though he should have wanted to be your friend.
Exactly.
He just didn't have time, I'm sure. He would have liked you had he known you. Now, one thing we need to talk about also is Georgia has made a lot of laws lately that make it very attractive for movie industries to come to Georgia and film their movies. What can we do to get them to come to Lawrence County?
If you have there are small towns all around the outside of Atlanta. Covington gets a lot of the small town kind of, rural film business, because they're right there by Atlanta, and these productions don't want to go this far away from the infrastructure for filmmaking. So, and that's in Atlanta. So the only way that we're going to attract these films to Dublin is through the things that we have that nobody else has. So we're not going to get it on our cool downtown, and we're not going to get it on all
our
the pretty buildings.
Local restaurants.
We're going to get it on things like a closed plant, like Mohawk or Forsman, where they're coming in looking for something very specific, like an industrial plant that's closed right beside a river. Or we've got that stretch of interstate that's out there off 319 that's in the middle of the woods where they do all the training and stuff. Well, if a film crew knows that they can come and blow something up without having to shut down the whole interstate system, that's a very attractive thing that we have that nobody else has.
Yeah.
And then things like if you have property that has something extremely unusual on it, then you need to take a picture of it and email it to lawrencefilmlocations.com. lawrencefilmlocations.com.
And I'll put that on the website and on the Facebook page.
And if you email me pictures of that, along with just a quick little statement of you as the owner are willing to allow this potentially to be used as a film location, then I can then put it on the website for the camera-ready communities, which Lawrence County is a camera-ready community. And then location scouts will look at that as a potential film location for their project. So, but what we need is people to take pictures of those interesting, really odd, different sort of things that they have on their property. Like if you have a natural spring, like Rock Springs or something, that's something they're probably not going to find it, right outside of Atlanta, maybe. So, things like that are different.
Or how about like a sugarcane mill that's still turned by a donkey or a mule? Something really different that we might have. Okay, well, I'm going to be thinking of things I can come up with on my property, and I hope you will too, because we want to get as much of that money down here as we can.
Absolutely.
So be sure and leave me the name of that website.
Okay.
Now, also, you said something about Oprah Winfrey Network wants to look at Dublin.
Yeah, this is probably very premature for me to even say this out loud, but it's just an example of how this happens. They called up from the Oprah Winfrey Network yesterday and said that they wanted to look at Dublin as a potential film location for a new show called Lovetown USA. And it's supposed to be an uplifting sort of a show that's about connecting singles and creating love in small towns or something. So but it's serious. It's not like, it's not like Jerry Springer or anything like that. They really want to find a community where they can do something wonderful.
Positive, because she's all about empowering people and help you find your true self and connecting people with I think it's a great idea.
So if you're single in Lawrence County and you want to be on a TV show.
What age groups, I wonder?
Any age group from 20s to 80s. They want a real cross-section of ages. So.
Okay, now we may not have many of those, so if you know somebody like that, be sure and share this with them, and you can go to our website and go to our Facebook page, and we'll put up a link on who you need to contact to get that message out to Oprah.
To find love.
To find love, because we certainly want Oprah to come here, because we know she can spend some money when she comes. So we want that show to happen. Anything else you want to leave us with?
I think I don't know of anything.
That was
just so you know, that's not a done deal.
That's
not something that's actually gonna happen. That's something that they're looking at doubling for.
That's tentative. So we need to let them know we've got lots of singles who need to be empowered.
Exactly.
Okay, good.